Hello everybody, welcome to the second part of the hip hinge movement series. If you haven't seen the first part, the link will be in the description. We'll begin with the hip hinge using a dowel, and so we're going to place a dowel on our back, and it's going to be in contact with the back of our head, in between our shoulder blades, and then also on our tailbone. We're going to push our hips behind us like we're sitting into a chair. While we're performing this movement, we want to make sure that the dowel is in contact with all three positions on the back. This will ensure that we're keeping a neutral spine through the movement. Next, we'll remove the dowel and we'll place our hands on our stomach and then also on our low back and repeat the hip hinge. This will allow us to feel if we're moving through the low back at all. And finally, we'll repeat the hip hinge without any feedback, so we'll just cross our arms across our chest and repeat the hip hinge. Once we're able to do this, we'll load the hip hinge. So we'll use an exercise band anchored behind us, and we'll repeat the hip hinge pattern. When performing this movement, be sure that you're extending your hips fully at the top position, and then also you'll want to squeeze your shoulder blades together to put your shoulders in a good position. Finally, we'll add weight to the hip hinge, and so we can do that either using a kettlebell or a barbell, and we'll just do a deadlift. And so when we're performing this movement, note that there's no movement in the low back and that all the movement is coming from the hips.